Hey, my name is Oliver, and in this video I'm gonna tell you everything about how I started modeling, all the struggles I went through, all the damn shoots I had to do, and all the rejections, all my struggles. Everything will be covered in this video, and I really hope you're gonna enjoy it. It all started back when I was a teenager, maybe 13, 14 years old. I clearly remember this Dolce & Gabbana perfume campaign. It was everywhere around Copenhagen. Big banners, big ads on all the bus stops, in all the shops. I thought it would be so damn cool to one day have one of this to myself. But still, it was only just a dream and just a thought that I had. My first experience with modeling was back when I was around 16 years old, still in high school, still going through puberty. I wasn't the most shredded, the most fit guy in my school, but I'd say I was decently looking. One day my sister, she came back home. She told me that she got scouted on the street by this Danish modeling agency called The Management. And to be quite honest, I was a bit jealous because I really wanted to model. And I remember she came back home. She was only 12 or 13 years old at this point, by the way. And she was like, "Oh mom, I got scouted on the street with my friends. I don't know if I want to do this. Should I do this?" And I was like, fucking hell, of course you should do that. It's the greatest opportunity and it's so cool to be a model. I convinced her to go to the modeling agency. She got their number and all she had to do was just call them, arrange a meeting. I convinced her to bring me with her because she didn't feel like going alone. And in the start she asked our mom if she could go with her. But I was like, no, I'll go with you. Because, you know, I saw my chance there to show my face. And just as I hoped, low-key expected, when we arrived there, they took some of the standard Polaroid pictures of her. And after they did that, they were looking at me and asked if they could also take some Polaroids of me. That was the best thing I could have heard. So of course, I was ready on my game. I had my favorite clothes on, styled my hair perfectly, all set and ready for this. We took some pictures and as soon as she took the camera, I was like, I got super shy. I didn't know what to do. I had no idea how to pose, even though the night before I was watching YouTube videos on how to pose, how to do this and that. But it's one thing to watch someone else do it in a video than to do it yourself. Trust me. Already the day after, they sent the both of us a mail saying that they were not interested in me. They were interested in my sister, not yet, but in a few years after she's grown a few centimeters more because her height wasn't perfect at that point. And then I finished school, I went to the military, I went out backpacking around Southeast Asia with my best friend for 5 months, and it was actually on that trip I started to dream about modeling again because my best friend and I, we were going all in on social media. We were trying to post on YouTube at least one video a week. I was trying to post on Instagram basically every day. I did daily stories. We were taking a bunch of pictures together. We were taking pictures with other backpackers. We even met a few photographers, and a lot of people told me, "Why are you not a model? Pictures are so nice. You have to do something about it." But honestly, I wasn't confident enough. I didn't have that confidence it takes to become a model at that point. I didn't really believe them. It was just really nice to hear, kind of like a small ego boost, but I didn't do anything about it. However though, when I came back home to Denmark after my trip, I realized I do not want a 9-to-5 job again. I don't want to be working constantly, not having time to live my life. I want to be able to do whatever I want, whenever I want. Hey. I'm a bad boy. I want to be able to make a living out of traveling. Like, I want to be able to travel if I want to travel. Modeling is such a good thing for that because with modeling you can make a lot of money in basically just one day. So I asked my stepdad, or not my stepdad, my mom's husband, to help me take some Polaroid pictures because after doing further research on YouTube on how to become a model, and most modeling agencies want you to submit Polaroid pictures of yourself. I'll show you what classic Polaroid pictures are right here. It's basically just natural pictures, simple outfit, no crazy hair, no crazy makeup. Not that I wear that much makeup usually. We started taking the Polaroids, so we did that, sent it to a bunch of different agencies in Denmark, also just throughout all of Europe, the whole world, basically every good agency I could find. And finally, this Danish agency replied. I'm not gonna share their name because I respect them and I don't wanna give them a bad reputation in any sort of way. Anyways, it sent me a mail inviting me into their office, and I got so happy and so proud when I finally got that mail. Obviously, I arranged it as soon as possible. I went in there, I was so nervous. They presented the modeling industry to me, told me how it was, how it works, how there's high fashion models, how there's commercial models, and how they viewed me. Their picture of me was to become a high fashion model, but as it looked right now, my height was like right at the limit, which is I'm 186, and usually the high fashion models should be around 188. So it wasn't quite optimal, and also my body is a bit more compact, not that skinny type of guy. I'm a bit bigger. I definitely have a lot of muscle, right? And back then I also had a bit more fat on my body. They told me in order to proceed with this, in which they were interested, I had to be willing to lose 10 kilo, and at that point I was around 77 kilos, and I thought I was in a quite good shape, to be honest. I was in one of the best shapes of my life, so in my head it sounded a bit crazy that I had to lose all this weight, but I was willing to do it. And as soon as I left them, I biked back home, went straight to the gym, wrote a workout plan. Luckily my roommate, shout out to him, he suggested that I could just take my bicycle. The only thing is just that it's 9 kilometers each way, and it was about to become winter. But as determined I was a perfect opportunity. So I started biking every day. As soon as I finished my job, I went to the gym right next to it, worked out. No matter how long my work day was, no matter how tired I was, no matter how exhausted I was, I would determinedly go to the gym with the goal in my mind and give it everything for a whole hour. Bike back home, eat, sleep, and repeat. Also, every Sunday, I would spend approximately 2 hours meal prepping all my lunch, all my breakfast for the week ahead, so I could just store it in my bag, or I mean store it in my fridge, and then put it in my bag in the morning and bring it with me to work. And then 2 months went by. It was time to meet the agency again. I thought I made a huge progress. I was ready to sign my first modeling contract, and I was actually so excited for this. Unfortunately, when I met them, it was a new guy. He was not happy with my body, not satisfied with the progress I've made. At this point, I think I lost around 6 kilos, but unfortunately, that was not enough. And then the craziest, most unexpected thing happened. I went out with my friends to party. We met up with one of my friends, and she brought her friend, and I was really attracted to her friend, and we ended up starting to date. She was from Sweden, I'm from Denmark, but she was currently working as a model. She recently just came back from a longer placement contract in another country, and she was able to tell me everything about her experience, how it was, how jobs were, how much money she was making, how she got signed with agencies, blah blah blah. Nevertheless, I told her about my dream about becoming a model. As soon as I mentioned that, she was so supportive, and that felt so good. Luckily, she could also see the potential in me becoming a model. Immediately, she started to help me out with her mother agency, and luckily he was interested in signing me. I was super surprised, but he also agreed with the agency I was in contact with in Denmark that I needed to lose a bit of weight. Then he suggested that I would go to Asia, build up my book, get my first placement contract. Usually a placement contract lasts around 3 months. A placement contract is your mother agency signing you with an agency in, for example, Korea. Then they fly you to Korea, you stay there for 3 months in a model apartment with 3 other models, and in those 3 months you are employed by them. You pretty much gotta obey whatever they say. You gotta go to every casting they want you to go to. You gotta go to all the shootings. They want you to go to all the fittings, test shoots, and much more. I made this plan with her mother agency. I eventually signed with her mother agency. We made this plan that for the next 4 months, I was gonna save up as much money as possible. Just go ham at the gym, eat super clean, and making some money so I could save up the necessary amount of money it would take me to rent a place in the Philippines and survive for a few months. Also, I'd like to mention that this girl, she eventually became my girlfriend. Months went by. I was so proud of myself for actually doing this. In March 2019, she's now my ex-girlfriend. My ex-girlfriend and I, we set off to the Philippines, started a whole new life there. As soon as we arrived, I quickly got a few test shoots lined up. They sent me the pictures. I started posting them on my social media. My first test shoot in the Philippines was with Jerick Sanchez. It was kind of difficult, but everyone was so nice. Shout out to the whole team behind. Shout out for believing in me and for wanting to help me out with these pictures. It really, really means a lot, and it helped me so much on this journey. Before I knew, first one picture went viral, another picture went viral. 2 different modeling agencies wanted to sign with me in the Philippines. Honestly, I was mind blown. It felt like all of this was too good to be true. I ended up signing with elite models. After approximately 1 month of having done probably 10 test shoots, I learned so much. I feel like I got the best pictures of my life, and whilst all this was going on, I was also posting a lot of these pictures on my social media. My ex, she was taking a lot of pictures of me that I posted. I went from having a few hundred likes to reaching first 1,000, then 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, and my social media were just exploding. It felt like I was flying, everything was going so well. Before I knew it, I had my first job. It was for a magazine. Then after that, slowly another job came after the other job, one more job, and then one more and one more and one more. And before I knew, I was in different shops around Manila. All of a sudden, 3-4 months just passed by. It was now July 2019. I was about to head back home to Denmark. I was so proud of myself for having achieved this, finally getting into the modeling industry, and my social medias were booming. Like, I never expected this to happen. I think I went from 4,000 to 5,000 followers to 20,000 followers. It even got so big. I had a meet and greet in Manila where more than 30 people showed up.
Say hi to my Instagram story.
And it felt so surreal. I went from working a normal job in Copenhagen, delivering fish from 6 in the morning till 3-4 p.m. I also had a second job at a supermarket. I would also like to add that a big part of the reason why I succeeded on social media was because of my friends believe in me, their support, and especially this photographer I met named Ren. He was one of the first photographers to do a test shoot with me, and his pictures were just amazing. The advices that he gave me on social media helped me so much. He helped change my mindset. The moral of this story is that becoming a model doesn't just happen overnight. Maybe for some people it does. Some people can be very lucky and very blessed, whereas some other people, they have to work for it. And I had to work for it. I'm super grateful that I actually have to. I think that makes me appreciate everything way more. I really appreciate everyone who helped me on this journey so much. Even from my ex-girlfriend to a random guy on the street who said I looked nice and told me to become a model, and all the backpackers I met back in 2017 that called me the Danish model from Copenhagen. Everyone on this journey has played their own little cute part of my story, and I'm so thankful and grateful for that. I wouldn't be where I am today without them, without their words, support and help. It truly means the world to me, and I'm so grateful for that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just a disclaimer again, it's not that hard to become a model for everyone. For some people it can be much easier, it can happen from day to day, but for some other people you have to work for it, and that's just how it is. Much love to all of you. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I am very much looking forward to share a lot more content in the future with you guys. Leave a like or a comment, maybe subscribe if you want to. I appreciate you. Thank you. Have a lovely day. Stop.